All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to, let's see, this is day three, but session number one, two, three, four. Session number four of the SolForge Fusion release week streaming event. This is so awesome to be with you again. If you don't know me, I'm Jurch. I'm head of organized play at Stoneblade Entertainment. I'm showing off my purple shirts, and you know that I have changed since the last time that I've been streaming, because I've been streaming all week, and I plan on continuing to do the same. I'm very excited to be here once again to be showing off the digital client and playing in a bunch of matches against community members, showing some of the features that this game has to offer. Let's see if the stream is up and rolling online. Yep. All right. Just making sure things are good to go. If you want to be playing against me, either right now or in the future, all you need is my Steam friend code, and I'll be saying that a couple of times through the stream. My Steam friend code is 103-628-342. So all you need to do is shoot me that Steam friend request. I'll accept it. And then in the app, in the game here, the digital client, you'll be able to challenge me to a friend match. All this week, I am using the starter set, or the starter half decks that everybody gets upon purchasing this game, and any decks that we get through this player XP ladder. Now, normally, you'd need to be gaining this XP, 2,500 for the Utera deck, 10,000 for the Tempest, and so on. But because I was grinding this game a little bit in the closed beta and such, I have enough XP that I just got access to all of these rewards. So I'm trying to save myself and only open one of these each day. I did the Monday and Tuesday, and I got a little overzealous on the first one. But we are on Alloyin, so let's claim this deck, which would normally be reserved for if you've hit 50,000 experience points. But I hit that a couple of months ago, so I am going to claim this deck, and we're going to see what we get. The Hyper Castle Division, with Ironbeard as our Forgeborn. Shields up. You and your creatures get 4 armor this turn. I like the sound of that. Intimidate, set an enemy creature's attack to 0, and then Reinforce is giving some attack and armor to a creature. So we've got the Armored Assassin, another creature with armor. I'm hoping we get some armor synergy going on here. We have the Combat Operator. So that's a little scientist synergy there. Forge Plate Yeti, perfect. That one deals damage on deploy based on the armor that we got going on. Rallying Warden, so we've got a few different robots here. And Rallying is good because that works with replacement synergy. So hopefully we're going to get some minion generation here. Recycling Tactician, if this replaced a creature, give it some stats. Reinforced Prophet, when this is destroyed, give something else some stats. The Steadfast Allomancer, I'm going to have to go back and count mages. I think we're only at 2 so far. But I like that Allomancer card. And then the Tinker, which is some minion hate. I like minions, so seeing some hate coming back the other way is a nice kind of touch. And then we've got the Digitize, oh great, and Nanoswarm. So only 2 spells. We're looking for a little bit of Scientist synergy and Mage synergy. So we've only got 2 Scientists. So we're going to need Scientists, Mages, and Minions. That sounds like it could be a match for my Necreum. But we'll have to see. It looks like we've already got a comment from somebody. My Jungle, My Home. Can you explain how draw works? We given 5, we play 2. Next round we draw from the 25 that's left. And then CML is back. CML 100. Welcome back. So how this game works is you are going to draw 5 cards, and then you're going to have 15 back in your deck. After you play the 2, the rest of the cards that you don't play go to your discard pile, so you can draw them next deck cycle, and then you both draw 5 new cards. Between the two sets of the game, there's only one draw mechanic, and that is a Forge-born ability from Crux Cobalt. And you draw some cards, but then you put other cards back on the top of your deck. So there is no like milling or searching your deck for certain cards or any real draw mechanic. Is this game is based on you have 5 options, and it's your job to make the best decisions with that. So the Hyper Castle Division, we are going to go to my collection because I want to make some fused decks with this. So I'm going to go to my faction decks right away. The Hyper Castle Division, I'm going to favorite that one right now because then whenever I'm going to be fusing decks with it this week, then I will be able to find that one right away. So the other 3 that I have claimed are right here, the Demons of Calamity Tendrils, the Grass Multiplying Clarity Clubs, and the Mythical Burning Mothers. So with this, I was looking for Scientists, potentially Armor, and Mages. Scientists, potentially Armor, and Mages. That sounds like Necrium. Let's see how many Scientists, Armor, and Mages we've got going on. We've got 1 Mage. We got 1 Robot. And then we've got some Minion Generation with Infernal Ritual. But we didn't get any Scientists here. Do we have any Scientists in... Nope, because there aren't many Scientists in Utera, and there aren't any natural scientists, at least through the first 2 sets. At least through the first set. I don't remember if the teacher is technically a scientist or just a elemental. So I am going to fuse a new deck. I want that Alloyin, the Hyper Castle Division. There we go. And then I am going to pair it with Necrium because that at least had robots and mages. And we're just going to see how that works. And I can be doing a little bit more defensive with Ironbeard, and that works with the Forge Plate Yeti. Or with Cersei, I can have a little bit more destruction synergy. I think I'm going to lean Cersei for right now. And we are going to see, continue, what XP Grind 4 has in store for us. And then we fuse that deck. And we are going to play. Let's play with it. We are going to just do online battle. If you're new to the stream, we have a tutorial option for how to play the game. It is highly suggested for anybody who just buys the game, so then you get a really good feel of how all the mechanics work. Tournaments, that one's going to be coming online a little bit later. I'm head of organized play, so that's going to be my jam when that starts happening. I'll get back to talking about how you can get engaged in organized play right now, even though this button is not yet functional. Campaign mode, you should tune in to Lucas's live stream tonight, also on the Stoneblade Twitch channel. That will be at 6 p.m. Central Time, so in about 7 hours from now. And I'm guessing he's going to run through the campaign. It's really cool. If I'm experiencing a downtime here, I'll show you how the online battle queue campaign works. It's pretty slick. Solo battles, that's not going to be much fun for anybody to watch because it's just me setting 2 of my decks against each other and then playing one. Friend battle, this one is an excellent option for people that you've got people that you're Steam friends with, those that are playing SolForge Online right now, those are online for Steam but playing other things, and then all the ones that are not online right now. Local time for me is 11 a.m., so I'm guessing a lot of people aren't playing Steam games. They're probably working. But this online battle, this is going to send me into the queue, and I'll get randomly matched up against somebody, and we'll be able to play. If it takes too long for finding a worthy opponent, you can always click this campaign button, and it will take you to the campaign mode. So you can be playing through that as you wait. Then, as soon as you get found for a match, you get put into the match, and then your campaign, you just kind of revert back to it whenever you'd like. I like a lot of these did you know? Some of them are really, really important. They kind of give you tips on keywords like aggressive or like hotkey codes. And we've got a match. Let's see. Let's see who we're matching up against. Tiny Grimes. And I get to go first. So Infernal Ritual doesn't do me a whole lot of good without a creature. The Assassin. So I'm not getting any of my synergies for this, which kind of puts me in a bad spot. Because I need Scientists for Nanoswarm to really take off. And I don't have any Warrior synergy. I didn't think I saw any in this Alloyin. I do have Robot and Spirit synergy. So let's... Yeah, let's start there. The Ossuary Mech. And then I'm leaning this Armored Assassin unless Soul Reap can take something out real quick. Because that can do damage to an enemy creature. Oh, and they're going to run an Apocamancer. I see. So I see your stealthy creature, and I raise you a stealthy creature that then will be able to take you out in combat. Not this turn, because my creature's stealth, so it's going to bypass the back lane creature and deal damage directly to my opponent. Ooh, are they going to Cutthroat? I like that. At Wobbles, any chance we'll see a draft mode like in OG SolForge? That was one of the favorite modes from a lot of players in the community and developers as well. And if people that are making this game really like something, then they're probably going to work to see if they can get that to continue. So without saying anything, either way, draft modes were very fun. I'm told I didn't play the original SolForge, but I've kind of done it in other games, and it's very fun and exciting. So we will see if that's something that is going to happen for sure. But I know it's something that everybody would like to see happen. Okay, so this hand here, Abyssal Amoeba, not going to do me a whole lot of good. This Arrogant Demon could be sticking around. I do like this Rallying Warden. If you have another robot in play, give this +4/+4. I do with that Ossuary Mech. If this replaced a creature, give your creatures +2/+2. So I would like to do that. But in order to do that, I probably need to have something else in play first, because I want to get the double benefit here. So I think Arrogant Demon, I like how big that gets. Abyssal Amoeba really grows up. But I want to have something that's going to stick around and that then I can replace. Let's see where we're going there. And then I'm going to replace this demon, I believe, with the Rallying Warden. That's what I would like, because then I can give all of my creatures +2/+2. And this is going to get +4/+4 because I have another robot in play. So again, to answer your question at Wobbles, draft mode was really fun. We've got a lot of different options that we can go with for this game that will be able to scratch that itch. So they're not released right now, but it is something that we're working on and trying to get the technology in place to really be able to do a whole bunch of different drafts and tournament styles, because they are very, very fun. So I could win that trade. I win that trade. I think I'm just going to go this and then win all the trades. Oh, except for the Ossuary Mech. Except for that one. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Then I get to upgrade a level 1 card in my discard pile. I'm going to upgrade Infernal Ritual. Because at level 2, you start to get zombie brutes and not just mindless zombie minions. This replaced a creature, then it gets something. Forge Plate Yeti could take out that Stout Virtuoso. But I think the route I want to go, because all my creatures have 1 health. So I think I want to go with the Shambler first. Because the Shambler has the ability, when one of your creatures is destroyed, deal 1 damage to the enemy player, you gain 1 health. So I've got all these creatures that have almost no health left, and I'd like to get some value out of them. Especially if my opponent is going to be blocking those lanes like that. And then I could go the Commanding Geist, or the Forge Plate Yeti takes that out. I think I'm going to go the Forge Plate Yeti. And then with that deploy ability, I'm going to get rid of that Gizmo minion, because Gizmo minions, when they get replaced, they start to make something really large. So I don't like that. I'm going to go there. Oh, so we're going to be doing some trades. And my Shambler deals a couple of damage, and I gain a couple of health from that. All right, now we got our Forgeborn abilities available to us. My opponent has Army of the Damned, play up to 2 mindless zombie minions, and I have Life Drain, deal 4 damage to a creature, you gain 4 health. I got the level 2 mech there, Combat Operator for Scientists, Steadfast Allomancer, so I might want to get some mages out, because that's able to activate to deal damage to an enemy creature for each mage I have in play. But if I only have 1 mage, potentially doing 1 damage, it's not great. Drix. Oh, Drix is so good. I wish my Alloyin deck had Drix in it. So I think... No, I think... Let's make sure that this Reaper doesn't stick around, because when one of your creatures damages the enemy player, give it +3 attack. That's not something I'm going to want to continually have to deal with. So I'm going to hopefully win that trade there. We'll see what shenanigans my opponent can do with their last play. Because I would also like to put a creature in the way that would be able to take out Drix before my opponent gets more value out of that. Drix is super, super strong. At level 1, it's activate, play a Gizmo minion. And then at level 2 and 3, in addition to playing a Gizmo minion, when one of your creatures in another lane is replaced, then you get to give extra buffs to those creatures. So that's not good there. So let's do this, because the Gloom Reaper Hag is going to win that exchange. And then I think, because my opponent isn't going to have anything that's going to survive outside of that Reaper, I'll be okay with that for now. For now. And let's see. So I've got the level 2 Rallying Warden. First, I'm going to do the Forge Plate Yeti. Right there. And deal 4 damage. So it doesn't take it out, but with my Forgeborn ability, then I got a chance to finish it off. and a Pokemancer. I've got all that showing. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I think I'm going to replace the Gloom Reaper Hag. So the Warden has the ability, if you have another robot in play, give this +4/+4. I've got 2 other robots, so it ensured that it gets +4/+4. Then the modifying term Rallying says if you replace another one of your creatures, give your creatures +3/+3. So now everybody's nice and big, and unless my opponent can, well, they only need to block here. Playing the 2 mindless zombie minions, so they can block 2 out of my lanes. Or if they're starting to do some replacements, then they could start doing extra damage with a Pokemancer that says when you replace a creature in another lane, deal 5 damage to an enemy creature or player. Oh, here we go. So dealing 5 damage to take out my mech. That's tough. Cutthroat. It probably would be good to then do that exchange. Yeah, I think that's probably good, taking out 2 of my creatures with this. Unless they're going to destroy... Oh. Yep. That trade works also. Now I get to upgrade a card. Let's just upgrade that Allomancer because it gets a lot stronger at level 2. Stefan's back. Hello, everyone. What a great treat right after work. That's right, because you're over on the other side of the world. All right. So I still have my Forgeborn ability left, where I can be doing 4 damage to a creature and then gaining 4 health. I also have my Shambler and Infernal Ritual. I think I've got this one in the bag. Well, they did just fill up their lanes. Because if I do this, there, and then Infernal Ritual would also drain 4 more. I like the position this puts me in. So I am going to act, or when I play my Hematophagic Shambler, I'm going to go here and destroy one of mine to gain 4 health. And then Shambler is going to drain for 2 at level 2. I then, to make sure that my opponent's not going to do anything too crazy, I'm going to destroy that Gizmo minion and gain 4 health. Then for my next play, when it comes back to me, hopefully there's one open lane left, because then I can Infernal Ritual, destroy my Warden. Yep, that Warden's not going to do me any good anyways. Where are they going to put that? No, the Shambler. Well, that's not going to matter too much because Infernal Ritual, I'm going to sacrifice my Warden in order to play 2 Zombie Brutes. There. And there. 6, 8. Yep, that'll be enough. And then I get to give my zombies +2 attack and aggressive because I destroyed one of my creatures. My Shambler shambles. And then we go on to combat, and I've got 8 damage that's unopposed right there. CML 100, it's after work for me as well. Hopefully there are more than 2 players around these time zones. Yeah, oh, that's right. We've got the European event that starts at the top of the hour. So if anybody, which is an excellent segue, if anybody's interested in doing some organized play, we have plenty of online events that are going on. all you have to do is go to SolForgeFusion.com. Actually, let me show you this. In our news section, we have a nice little welcome. It's your one-stop shop for all the information you'll need about the world of Solus, including how to grow your collection, how to get connected, watch out, and information about tournaments. I'm just going to give you the information about tournaments. That if you click on this one, this will take you to the comprehensive information on organized play, including local events or events that are in your time zone. So we've got a North American weekly event that runs on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time. We have a European event that runs in 35 minutes. That's when it starts. And then an Australian time zone friendly one that I can't remember when that runs because I'm not awake for it. But that information is on this events page, and it's updated pretty regularly, so everything should be good to go. And to add to Stefan's comment, it will be you and me, and let's hope someone else comes up so Jurch can join. Yep. If there is a third person that joins that event, then I will hop in and play in that event as well. So then we can get 4 people to play, and then you'll see kind of how it goes when you are doing a tournament, and it's just a nice little process to show people about. Speaking of tournaments, this Saturday, April 20th, starting at 10 a.m. Central Time, we are running a sealed tournament for like a kind of a release week celebration. So how that's going to work in the digital sense is you go to SolForgeFusion.com, you look under the events, and then you find the digital client sealed event. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but it's got those words in it. And then you sign up for it. It's totally free. And what's going to happen is that Saturday morning, or calibrate for whatever your time zone is, when people are checking in, you just click the check-in button, reach out to me on Discord, and I will copy and paste your 4 free deck codes that then you will redeem for this event. So in order to redeem a code, you go to cosmetics and redeem code, and it'll just be copy paste for all 4 of those half decks. You will get some time to make the best playable deck that you can, and then you'll play in a 5-round Swiss-style tournament. We match people up on that event page, and then you just have to exchange your Steam friend code, and then send a friend battle to your opponent, record the results on the website, and all you have to do in order to win full 100% ownership of your decks is go 3-2 or better in the tournament. So all you got to do is finish above 500 in order to win your decks. And if you don't finish 500 or better, well, above 500, then those decks just get reclaimed by Solus and get fed into the Forge to continue to warm up and power the planet. So we will be able to identify what decks are the sealed decks, because we're changing all the names to like Alloyin sealed event number 15, Alloyin sealed event number 27, whatever. And then we'll put a timer on them and reclaim them after the event. Unless you go 3-2 or better, then you get to keep those decks. A question about that sealed event. How much earlier should we need to contact you for the sealed decks? I would say I'm going to be in the SolForge events Discord about half an hour before the start of the event. And then I'll just start to make that known and get the deck codes out to people as soon as possible. But if it's running into the start of the event, which I anticipate is going to happen because we have nearly 50 people signed up already, that that's just going to be built into the time for the event. So I'm going to start getting codes out to people, or being ready to get codes out to people about 30 minutes before, because I don't want to give people too much time with their decks or too much time kind of sitting around waiting. And this is the first time we've run a sealed tournament. So, we're going to see how it works. I know the technology side is going to work. It'll just be how fast can I do the human side of it. And then we'll see, and hopefully people have enough grace for me in this process, working through and learning how to get this to work as fluidly as possible. As the digital client matures and grows up on the tournaments tab, we will be able to do this much more efficiently. But there's a first time and a run through for everything. And we have systems in place because I know some people are worried about cheating and things like that, or people not using these sealed decks. There are a bunch of systems we have in place, some that I can discuss, some that I'm not going to, just because then it keeps that air of mystery. I know that people are good and decent and aren't going to cheat, but just in case. So one of the things you can do, and that I really highly encourage everybody who is a part of the community to do this, is in your settings. I don't know why that made the window a whole lot bigger. Oops. Now I got to fix this. That's very interesting. Okay. In your settings. There we go. If you go to game, have this turned on, please. The share deck list. It is, let's move my face out of the way for a little bit. That says both you and your opponent, if both you and your opponent have this enabled, you'll be able to view each other's deck lists in game with hitting the shift key and then the letter D. If you just hit the letter D, then that's going to give you access to your deck list. But if you want to be sharing that information with your opponent, including the names of the deck, I believe, then you want to have that enabled. I think that's just a good thing to do for the community in general. It's that open information. And then it kind of helps to see if somebody's playing a set 3 deck. All of the decks for this sealed event are going to be set 1, so we don't even have to worry about exalts or things like that. But the idea is that it's just a level of transparency and then kind of just keeping everybody honest. I will be able to also check in other ways to make sure that everything's on the up and up. So there is nothing to worry about for this. And we're just excited to be playing in an event where you get some free decks and then a chance to win them. All right. Doing a lot of talking, not enough playing. Let's jump back in. And once again, this stream is brought to you by water. Wizard of Wit. All right, let's see what we got going here. And I'm going first again. I like this combo of the 2 armored. Let's go the armored assassin. And then if they put a creature that has like... Oh, boo. Well, all right, so you do that. So then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put my Venerable Creeper here and make you take 5 damage. Because the Creeper has a deploy ability that says deal 5 damage to an enemy player unless they destroy one of their creatures. You don't have a creature, you don't have a choice. That'll teach them for playing an Exalt right away. Oh, but then that's a good combo. Because that makes it very, very, potentially a very large Spell Knight. 5/10 right away. Whew. Well, I get to do 5 more free damage to my opponent, get out to a nice little lead, and then I have to figure out how to deal with that Spell Knight. Well, the first option is the Soul Reap, as long as this beast survives to my first play, because then I get double the value out of that. Okay. So they're going super aggressive on that, going wide. So I get to deal 3 damage to a creature, I gain 3 health. If I have a beast in play, deal 3 damage to the enemy player, you gain 3 health. And I do. So I will Soul Reap. I'm thinking that they have a lot of mages and spell slinging synergy, so I'm going to try to whittle down a mage, and then I might put my Shambler in the way to finish this off. Another question from Stefan. Looking forward to... Oh, the same question. All right. Yep, that's what I was worried about, is the spell slinging with Conflagrate and then getting those bumped up. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but if I'm able to, yeah, I'm going to be taking 10. But I put my Shambler here, and I feel like taking out one of their creatures and keeping that Shambler alive is important. So I think that that's worth more than the 4 health that I would get, or that I would save from blocking the Spell Knight instead. Okay. Well, I've got my answer to the Spell Knight. And I think I'm going to lead with Infernal Ritual and put a lot of pressure on my opponent with all those zombies. Because one of my creatures died, then I get to shamble for 1. And depending on what they do, I might Dreadbolt their huge Spell Knight. Or I could chump block it. Oh, it's not going to have anything. Battle. They might not. Oh, okay. They will let that go. Recycling. If this replaced a creature, give it +2. I don't need that. Reinforced Prophet. It would be nice, and it would stick around an extra turn. But I don't want to get cute. I think I'm just going to take care of the big threat. Because then I also get to level up that Dreadbolt, so then it's at level 1 or 2 creatures next time I see it, which is going to be important going forward. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with that decision. Because now at the end of the first deck cycle, my opponent's down to 26 health. And I'm putting them in a very difficult situation right off the bat, which I like putting pressure on my opponents. I like having to force them to do decisions that they don't normally, that aren't really optimal. And their Forgeborn ability is Stimbolt, playing a spell for free. And I get Life Drain still. I need to remember that. So I might be able to take out their creature with Breakthrough. Ooh, Terra Charger. That's a good one. That is a good one. So I think I'm going to try to win a couple of trades, or at least break even, and then use my Forgeborn to get rid of that. Oh, no. Yeah, they just turned things around on me real quick. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, how am I going to work my way out of this one? I think... So this Commanding Geist can take out anything except for the Spell Knight. And so can my Forgeborn ability. Which means the order that I want to do this in is like this. And that to maximize my health. Because no matter what, this creature was going to get destroyed. Its health was too low. So now we got ourselves a ball game. Okay. Let's see. I will start with the Venerable Creeper there and force them to either take 6 or destroy one of their creatures. I'm guessing they'll destroy the giant. That's probably what I would do. Unless they've got other things that giant's going to come into play for. which I don't anticipate that. Oh, all right then. I'll take that. Lightning Tamer, and then you get a spell swarm coming out. That's a good one there. But I think I am going to take advantage of the Tinker, and that says destroy up to one enemy minion. So I'll take out that spell swarm that was definitely part of their future plans. And as long as they don't play a spell, my little spider here is going to survive this combat, which is very important to me. But if they play a spell, they'll activate the Spell Knight, and it'll have enough attack to win that trade. Ah, worst case. Worst case. Yep, because now my whole board's going away. They get to keep all three of theirs. Yeah. Huh. Woo. Got a little spice to it. Let's see if I can tread water somehow. Well, I've got my Dreadbolt again, which I can use on the Spell Knight, but I would also like to be getting multiple cards worth of value going on here. So I think if I do the Armored Assassin, it should be able to win that combat, and then I can use Dreadbolt to take out whatever really big thing they've got going on. Unless that's the really big thing they got going on. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And that's Spell Knight. So Dreadbolt, or I do Gloom Reaper Hag and actually get a little bit of value out of that. Because I'll take 12 damage, but I'll be able to get a little bit back. Yep, yep, yep. All right. And now their Forgeborn ability is some of the Swarm, play a spell Swarm minion. I hope they do that when I've got this Stout Tinker. And I get Soul Siphon, destroy one of your creatures to give one of your creatures +8/+8. Okay. So let's start like this and let them decide, are you going to take 7 or destroy one of your creatures? And they're going to take that 7. Now, depending on what they... Okay. Spell Swarm. And then I hope they use their Forgeborn ability to fill up their lanes. Because now the Tinker will only be able to destroy one minion. Or I could digitize here to win that trade and set myself up for a lot of heartache in the future. No, I think this is the route I have to go. Go there. Destroy that. And I will be making that trade. Yeah. Yep. Not 'cause now they play that. Yep. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And if they have a conflagrate, well, 13, 14, 15 out of my 17. Yeah, those numbers aren't looking so hot. I'm going to definitely need Infernal Ritual or probably a few things, and I did not get it. And I didn't get a beast to make Soul Reap double dip. So I think I'm still not alive. because that and that. No, so I need to do that right away and gain the health. I don't see myself being able to last through this. Yeah, because I need to somehow fill all four lanes, including two with breakthrough. Not looking good. Not looking good indeed. So I can Gloomweeper Hag there to trade, but it won't be enough because that 18-25 damage coming through. Good game. Good game, Wizard of Wit. Good game. I wonder if my Tempest had more mages with it and I can lean into that. Let's see. Oh, but I need there. Did my Tempest have more mages to lean into what that wants to do? Mage Warrior. That's one. Mage two. Ugh. Only two mages. Hmm. Because the scientist stuff didn't work out. But the mages and warriors, did I have any warrior synergy? I did not. Hmm. That doesn't have any either. But let's try like this. And let's throw those two together. And I think I'll go this route. Yeah. No. No, let's see. XP grind 5. Let's see if that one's going to work out better for us. All right. Ironbeard, let's see what you can do for us. And just as a reminder, if anybody wants to challenge me, I do take friend requests, and then you can match up with me and shoot me a challenge. You just need my Steam friend code. That is 103-628-342. And if you want to find me on Discord, I'm Jurch. So then you'll be able to find me there. My Steam code is actually part of my name, so then people will be able to challenge me instantly. Well, I'm glad I'm not going first for this. Against Fish Stick. I think I want to do, because that's just going to get annoying. Forge Plate Yeti there. And then I might digitize. I might digitize it. To give it 5 attack and 5 health. And we'll see if making a really big creature right off the bat is going to be good. It's just going to deal 1 damage to me. Okay. I see you, Yeti. I see you. Oh. I like that combo because now the Allomancer is going to be able to do 2 damage there. Yeah. Huh. Well, now I don't know if I want to digitize so much as do a Rhymehorn Charger because one of my creatures lost health, or a creature lost health this turn. So I'll do that, give it a little extra attack for next time, and I'll give him a fine how do you do with my Rhymehorn Charger. Hmm. Let's start with the Stout Glider here. And depending on what my opponent does, I might just go Fit of Rage on the Glider to give it extra attack and breakthrough this turn. +4 attack and breakthrough. And we will just see if that's going to stand up. I like the glider. It starts with a lot of health, and then if it's unopposed, then it gets a nice little boost to attack. So what are they doing with that lightning spark? They're gonna take out one of my creatures? Yeah. Did not activate either one of their creatures. 1, 2, 3. Bit of rage to make something really big with breakthrough. Or I put the assassin that will only last one turn. No, I think Fit of Rage and then setting it up for future iterations is going to be the best bet. Because then next time if I end up getting it in a hand with 2 spells, then I've got creatures on the board, which I'll have to make sure that I do the best that I can to play around that. Then I will be able to I'll be able to give like 3 creatures extra attack and breakthrough. Yeah, you're still taking 9 damage and you lose a creature, but took you a lot of resources to get that off the board. I can't say that I disagree with that move though, because it's a solid option. Hmm. So I might have to do the War Stoker to get rid of this Allomancer, because they're going to start to, if they pile up, it's going to start to hurt. Two, three. But first, I can use my Tinker that then wipes that minion off the board, which I need to do. Not really liking how these two play together either. Ah, okay. Deal 1 damage to a creature or player. Okay. And then that's going to deal 3 damage to a creature. So then I have to stem that tide. And I get to go first at the start of the next cycle. So let's go like this. And I'm only doing 1 damage, which is not great. But if I do it there, and then hope that I wheel around to get another Allomancer or another Mage, then that might help. Okay. You and your creatures get 4 armor this turn. That's fine and dandy, but it doesn't exactly help. Fit of Rage would have been great. But I need to play a second spell. Well, they get 4 armor. So let's try this. Let's go a little crazy. So we're going to do that. And then shields up. You and your creatures get 4 armor this turn. They should be able to survive in order for me to play Fit of Rage and give all 3 of them 6 attack and breakthrough. It's not great because we got 3 small creatures, but if it's enough to start to win some trades, then I can get on board with that. Haha, haha. They're probably going to do that. Yep, on the gizmo. Yeah. I'm still going with Fit of Rage. Fit of Rage. I'll only be able to do it for 2 creatures, but giving them 6 attack and breakthrough, I think is a pretty good trade-off there. And dealing 1 damage. So let's see what they kind of come back with. But I don't like my position in this match. Yeah. Huh. And they get to deal 6 damage, so they'll be able to take whichever one out that they would like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to feel this either way. Because then even the Allomancer is just does the 3 damage and gets rid of the armor for that turn. Yeah. Hmm. Well, that's nice, and that's nice. So then, So I've got my combo. Unless they play a spell. Yeah, that's who. This is starting to get a little punishing. Not a huge fan. Because I like that Allomancer, that's going to really be helpful. But I can't rely on the Invoker lasting. So do I do the Mangasaur? These kinds of decks seem to be all the mage these days. Yeah, hey, I think mage is the strongest tribal synergy, at least from set 1, and probably a lot in set 2 also. Dinosaurs are pretty strong, but apologies to Cardboard Newt because they are a huge fan of dinosaurs. They are the dinosaur, as somebody coined it last night. But uh, deal 5 damage to mine, 5 damage there. There's just so many things that mages can do. So many things that spells that they can combo with, play strategies of this looks like it's a little more of sitting back and kind of pinging damage. The level 3 Fire Fissurante is going to be a really big problem because that deals damage equal to its attack. And not just 1 or 2. The Allomancers comboing with all the mages. So this is a well put together deck. Only lately came into possession of some really good mage decks, so just exploring this space now. Yeah, it's mages are really, really fun. I definitely have a blast with the mages, the mage stuff that I can do. And as the streams go along, I may want to show off some other of my mages, but I'll save that for like Thursday or Friday. And I get to deal 2 damage. I think it's just as important that I get rid of a mage as I do get rid of a stronger creature. So we're going to go there. I really like the mage synergy that they've got going. It's really fun. Okay. Well, I might have a 3 card combo here. So if I go digitize, 'cause that's my only creature, and then let's see. So if I go 2 versus 4 and 4 is 8. Oh no, that wouldn't. No, that would work. Let's see. Hopefully they don't have hard removal here, but they play something where then Firestorm can get some value for me. Well, it looks like we only got 2 for the tournament. Oh, shoot. Sorry, you're up. Maybe next week. Maybe I guess if you reach out, then maybe we could find a different day that'll work for y'all. That might work better. So we'll see on that front. Because I would like to be firing these events, but we need at least 4 people. Otherwise, it's not much of an event. Okay, so here I get to then Firestorm to deal 4 damage to everything. Then, because I've played 2 spells, I get to play a creature for free, and then I could deal 4 damage. I think. No, I have to get rid of that other Yeti. Have to get rid of the other Yeti. That there, and then activate to do that. Now they still have their Forgeborn abilities, so they could just give increased attack to their creature and reduce my creature's attack to 0, which is what I'm guessing they're going to do. Yep. Yeah, right there. That's the smart play. That was probably a misplay on my part. Should have just taken out the level 1 and then open laned, so they couldn't have done much with it. But yeah. Well, hey, at least I can get some value out of Nanoswarm now. So third deck cycle, mind over matter. This is a good example. This is the only mechanism in SolForge Fusion right now where a player can draw cards. So it says draw 3 cards, then put 3 cards from your hand on the top of your deck. Give the next creature you play this turn plus, is it 6? I can't remember if it's 6 or 8 armor. And I get to intimidate to set a creature's attack to 0. Hmm. So I think I'm okay with the operator going away. Actually, they're going to want to move it. So there you go. If you want to move it, then you lose out on the being able to actually do damage to me. But if you keep it there, it's not going to gain the attack. What do you think of that? They will move it, so they probably have something to take it out. But, excuse me. But I'd get a Gizmo minion in its place anyways. So, riddle me this. Still not doing enough. So that operator gets to live. And then because I have a scientist in play, I get to Nano Swarm and get 2 Mega Gizmos. And I'll go that like that. So then hopefully next time I can take out that darn Fire Fist. We're hanging in there. We are hanging in there indeed. Let us start with the Forge Plate Yeti there. And I've got 2 armor, so I'm going to deal 2 damage right there. And over to my opponent. I would like to be able to replace this Mega Gizmo minion with my Stout Glider, only if that lane is unopposed, because then it would get +7 attack for being unopposed, +6/+6 for replacing the Mega Gizmo, so that would be a total of +13/+6. That's going to be a huge creature to deal with. And I know that going tall isn't in and of itself a winning strategy, because there has to be a so what, but I do have opportunity, at least one opportunity, to add breakthrough with Fit of Rage. Or I've got other things that I can do to try to put my opponent in a bad position. Incipient Experimentation, then you're going to move it back. Or not. Well, I do have this opportunity, so I'm going to make this huge, huge, huge Stout Glider. 14, 18. That's going to be tough to routinely deal with, because I don't think they have any hard removal here. But they can keep kind of blocking it until the match is over, and that's just what they're going to do. All right. And I did get Fit of Rage. So, ooh, if I play my cards right, I could end this right here. Because if I do Digitize, give one of your creatures +8 attack. If I give it to the Glider, then my second play, Fit of Rage, to give all of my creatures +8 attack and breakthrough. Then I would be able to do the Steadfast Adept for free, just in case my opponent's got something cooking, and I can set an enemy creature's attack to 0. I might have this right here. I might have this. We will have to see what they are coming up with as a defense. Yeah, but getting Fit of Rage and a spell, any spell, and the Adept, I think was the winning combination. I mean, heck, just another spell and Fit of Rage is going to be able to do it for me, I believe. We will just see what my opponent does as a counter. As with most of these live streams, I haven't been paying too close of attention to see what type of removal or options they would have. But I don't think that, as their deck is constituted right now, they have anything that would be able to wipe away this 14 health creature. So I'm going to digitize it to give it 8 extra attack. And then if it doesn't get wiped off the board, I mean, even if my opponent puts a creature, replaces this Mega Gizmo, it's still not going to be enough for this Fit of Rage, giving 2 creatures +8 and breakthrough. Well, this is going to be interesting, because this will still be able to do 8 damage to that Mega Gizmo. Okay. Then putting that in the way there. And dealing 1 damage to me. Okay. I still think I've got it, though, because Fit of Rage is going to give them each 8 and breakthrough. So that will be 16 plus 4 is 20. Right? My math should be good on that one. And then I'm not gonna do all the little bits to kind of rub it in. Just end the match if you can end the match. Dang, that one I liked the mage synergy there. That was really close, and I'm sure that they were hoping to get some of those mages at the right time, but that is always a struggle if you don't have the right cards you're looking for. Okay. Let's switch this up to one of my other XP grinds. Let's go that one there and see who is available to play. And if we don't get anybody pretty quick, then I will just jump on and run through the campaign a little. Match found right away. Sweet. Dwarven Steel Games. Sounds like a shop. All right, what is my... Do 4 damage to a creature. Okay, so what does XP grind mean exactly? It has... Oh, so I was just naming these decks because they were they were the decks that I got for all of the through the experience points ladder. So they were the free decks, not the starter ones, but they were the decks that I got for claiming my XP rewards. So I was just grinding a lot of XP over the last 4 months. Yeah, is like the last 4 months playing this game, and then the experience points paid off to buy those decks, and then that's kind of where we're at with that. No, they were not made to grind; they were made from the grinding. Hmm. Yes, these were the results of grinding. So I will deal 4 damage there, but that's still going to live. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. Mantis is a really strong component of this deck because this is the Utera one that I got through my XP. And the Mantis has a deployability where it says this turn this creature gets your level whatever Forgeborn ability. It's first, second, or third Forgeborn ability, um, which is really nice. Uh, it's a really nice just extra ability to have with your deck like that. Um, is then you're able to calibrate or figure out what Forgeborn ability do I want to be using extra times. So I picked this Cersei because it's gaining health and it's dealing damage to my opponent, and I get to do that multiple times. Stefan got a shifting mantis. Nice. Yeah, it's a good the mantis is a good card. Any way that you can slice it. Okay. So I think I'm going to go Glowhive Siren into Soul Reap to be gaining some extra health and giving me a buffer. There, because Soul Reap combos with beasts, and the Glowhive Siren is a beast. My Juggle My Home, only few players though for release date, and game seems fine. Yeah, it's a fun game. We do these matches. I've been able to jump into a match right away. There's been very little wait time for the queue, which has been fantastic. Yeah, and it's just a fun little game. It was brought to my attention back in, I think it was during the pandemic. when my brother-in-law said, "Hey, I saw this on Kickstarter. I used to play the original. You and I are going to play this game." And a few years later, when all this stuff arrived, we ended up playing, and it was a blast. And we made a podcast together, and it was an awesome experience. And I was able to play this game so much and love this game so much, and come up with content and be a ambassador for the community, that I was able to parlay that into a job with them. Okay. So do I want to go the Commanding Geist or Toxic Spores? I think I want to go the Geist. I've got 10 to spare. I've got 10 to spare. Let's get aggressive. Because I'll win that trade, and then my creature will stay around. Nope, now I won't. Now it's an even trade. But I get to shamble for one. All right. And their level 2 Forgeborn ability here is deal 5 damage to a creature. Well, my Shambler will survive that. And I get life drain, but I also... Oh, well, it won't survive that. Life drain, and with this Mantis, I would have access to Soul Siphon, but I don't want to do that. I would prefer to go like this, and then put them in a bad position to either take 5 damage or destroy one of their creatures. I hope they destroy a creature, because nope, they're going to take the damage. Because then for my next play, I can Soul Reap to take out one of these two, and then use my Forgeborn ability to take out the other one. Aha. 5, 6. So both of those are going to stay alive. Unless they use their Forgeborn ability. Which they will. So they'll win that trade. But I get the value out of it that I need. Because Soul Reap. There. And a life drain. No, I should wait. I am going to wait. I'm going to wait on using my Forgeborn ability. We'll see. We'll see if that plays out, because I've got 5 damage to spare here. Health is a resource. I've got 5 to spare. Combat Raptor. And then I'm going to go Feral Instinct on it, and then use my Forgeborn ability, I think. Stormcaller, I will definitely take the 3 damage. That is no problem for me. So Feral Instinct here, which means I'm going to survive that trade as it is currently constituted. Do I want to... No, I think I can handle 5 more damage. That's probably a mistake. I think I should have done it by now, because now that lightning or that spell sprite has done or will do at least 10 damage to me. Oof. Yeah, it's going to do 12 damage to me, as opposed to me just being able to take it out. And then that becomes a trade instead of me winning it. Well, I do get to put a Wisp minion there that then hopefully will be enough to block that Stormcaller, but not great. This is a good hand. Do you generally not look at the opponent's discarded banish pile? When I'm playing and playing to win, I absolutely do. For the purposes of a live stream, I'd rather be like engaging with people and kind of talking about what I'm going through instead of playing it super competitive. But when I'm playing against people when I'm trying to win or I'm really trying to test out how strong my deck is, then I absolutely am going through their banish pile to see what they're looking to level, go through their discard pile, see what they decided not to play. Yes, that is a major component of how I end up playing the game when I'm playing it competitively. But here, I this is more of a relaxed experience for me, more social. So I personally don't care too much about doing that here. Okay. So I want to get this out. Let's go there. I will not be destroying one of my creatures because I am a big fan of that blocker where it is. But I also do not want them to get a much larger creature, so I'm just going to destroy that there. And then, depending on what they do, I'm probably going. Well, then that's the opposite of depending on what they do. I'm probably going to go the Commanding Geist, and I can take 10 for all that I'm getting back. Yeah, I like that. I like that trade, or that opposition there, because it's not a trade. And being able to get a creature off the board is worth more than 3 health to me at this point. I like getting that off the board as opposed to 3 health that I was going to get from it. Third deck cycle. Give your creatures +3 attack. This turn they get aggressive. Boy howdy. And I have that destroy one of your creatures to give one of your creatures +8/+8. I think I will lead off with the Venerable Creeper and see how they want to do this. Do they want to take 6 damage? If they take the 6 damage, I think I can win on my turn. Because my next play is I'm going to play the Hematophagic Shambler. And then I will act or use the deploy ability of destroying one of my creatures to gain 5 health. So then that would deal 5 damage. Yeah. Yep, let's see how this is going to go. So, I do this. I will destroy one of my creatures to gain 5 health, but because one of my creatures was destroyed, then that is going to get a proc from each of my Shamblers. And then I'm going to activate my Forgeborn ability to destroy one of my creatures to give a creature +8/+8. I'm not doing it to the level 2 Shambler because I want that to die. Because every time one of my creatures dies now, I'm draining my opponent for 5. So they have to, and there's ways that you can remove without creatures being destroyed, is you can have them replace, or you can turn off the abilities like the Leyline Vermin. This turn, enemy creature loses all printed abilities. But I didn't think that they had it, so they can deal 7 damage to me, but one of my creatures is dying, which means that the 2 shambling triggers happen because a creature sees itself die. So then I drain the 5 health and take down that this opponent. Dwarven Steel Games. Good game. Yeah, this Necrim and Utera pairing is pretty strong. Necrim Utera in general is a fairly strong pairing because they've got a lot of overlap and synergies in terms of beasts, and there's a lot of health gain procs or things like that. minion generation, creature destruction, a lot of things that those two factions they play very well together. So I'll run another one of these, and then we'll see where we're at and what else I might want to do. Found a match right away. Dwarven Steel games again. Okay, it's a rematch. And I get to go first this time. So let's start with the Glowhive Siren. And then I will be able to lean into the Soul Reap to deal damage to a creature and the enemy player and gain some health. This was a very fortunate first draw to be able to pair like that. Like that worked out really nicely, those two cards together, right off the top of the deck. Let's see if they have their deck sharing Shift D. They do not. That's okay. But if I just press D, then it shows me mine, shows me the deck names, and then all the creatures and spells in it. Okay. Also, this is a pretty solid hand here because I can Utera Charger there to destroy that and stick around. And hey, if they move their Techno Hulk out of the way, I'm okay with keeping a creature around. They did not. So I think I'm going to do Toxic Spores to go like that to give 3 there and then take 3 away from the Techno Hulk. So then that ends up being a trade. Oh. You saw where that was going. Let's try a different deck then. Change deck. Let's go the first deck that I opened with the... No. Let's go with one of the starter decks. I like showing those off and what they can do. Where are they? Did I favorite them? XP grind, XP grind, XP grind, Autumn Wind. No. My 4th Fuse deck? Sure, let's try that one. So this, those are ones where it is... Did I jump into the campaign? What? Now I gotta get caught back up. So what happened is I think I got stuck in the... I didn't click a button for it, but I jumped back into a previous campaign I was working on. And then this here shows that I am waiting for an online match, so I can keep waiting. And then I'm just going to go back to playing, but I have to remember what I was trying to do. Oh, that's right. Oh, right. Okay. Because this was from a few days ago. Oh, I should have done that to make that trade. Okay, well, I can safely firestorm the entire field. The random creature that I get to play has to destroy itself and destroy nothing. Match found. Okay, good. That was going to be a disaster of a campaign. Woolen Cap DD. So I'm using a couple of the starters here. For my little brain, I like to have a theme with how I'm naming things. So all of the fuse decks that I'm using with the the decks that I got from the XP letter, excuse me, I'm just calling those XP grind. And then all the starter ones, when you initially fuse a starter in the tutorial or immediately after, they say it's my first fused deck. Oh, good combo. So then what I'm doing is I'm just continuing any other iteration of the fuse decks, as I'm just saying, oh, it's my second fuse deck, oh, it's my third fuse deck, oh, it's my fourth, even though it's not. But and then that Indomitable Fiend gets to come right back. I can suppressing to go 2 for 1 on those. Yeah, I think that's going to pay better dividends. There. So I win one trade, I lose another trade, or I guess it was technically even, but Indomitable Fiend keeps coming back as long as they have the forge when it's destroyed. Then I got one open creature there. So that's not bad. Ooh. I think. Okay. Anybody that is watching the stream now, that will be watching any of the future streams, and then if Cardboard Newt comes on, I want you to let them know that I played 2 dinosaurs in 1 turn, despite the fact I think that probably wasn't my best play. So I want the record to reflect I played dinosaurs, even though it probably wasn't the best play. And then they would probably argue dinosaurs are always the best play. But I will respectfully disagree because I wanted to do the Armored Bartok and then use that to pump up a war machine really, really large. But we're doing the Armored Decayosaur instead to now trade. So those 2 are trading out, which I'm not a fan of, but this is where we're at. Yeah, Stefan, I think you've been in some of those shared chats. So Stefan is my witness. I played 2 dinosaurs, and now look what happened. Now look what happened. Ugh. I lose them both. It's a net loss on health. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Okay. This is very reactive. It's frustrating to have the Voltaic Prophet, but me not have a spell. But I don't have a spell, not me not have spell. But I don't have a spell, so then I won't be able to get full value out of that one. I'll do the Combat Techno Hulk here for now, and we will see. We will see. Ugh. Well, that counts as a spell. So then I play Voltaic Prophet, and I get to activate it because the spell is played this turn. That gets 3 armor. So, silver lining. And Thundersword gets pumped up a little bit. Indomitable Fiend gets to come back. But it should be a 4-2. And it is. Ooh. So their Forgeborn ability. Destroy one of your creatures to give a creature +5/+5. Well, they're not going to want to do that to the Fiend when they don't have the Forge, but when they do, that's going to be an excellent combination. However, I'm not going to let that happen because I am going to have my second suppressing Prophet to destroy a creature with 5 attack or less and get rid of that Thundersaur. Thundersaur is one of the strongest creatures in the game, so I don't even want to chance it. And now that opens me up to where I could do Scipient Augmentation myself coming back, which I think I do. Hopefully they don't use their Forgeborn ability on the Fiend to keep Fraud alive. So then I'll go like this. I've got a bunch of mages, so I get to give my 4 creatures armor. That's the base ability of the spell. Then if I have a mage in play, it does damage to all enemy creatures. So because I've got 3 mages, all 3 of those right there, it was able to do 2 damage to the entire side of my opponent's board. And now that gives me a trade I'm going to win, and then 3 open creatures. Spirit Leash, oh, that's a good call. That's a good call for them to win that trade. Yep. They're going to take a lot, but I'm guessing Sigmund Fraud is going to be important to further strategy for them. Now I've got the Techno Hulk as an option, or if they leave this lane open, I'm going to do, which they did. Oh, because now we get to see the combination. They should do it right now. Where their Forgeborn ability, they're going to destroy their Indomitable Fiend. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Well, I'm going to put my good old Stouthide Stegodon unopposed there. Because it's unopposed, then I gain some health. At level 2, it's 4 health. And I think, depending on what they're doing, I might go Might of the Herd. For those of you keeping track at home, it'd be able to give one of my creatures aggressive and my dinosaurs 3/3. So it would give this dinosaur aggressive and 3/3, so it'd be an 11/11 with breakthrough, which would be a nice counterpunch to my opponent. And it would allow me to activate here, which still wouldn't be enough to keep that Voltaic Prophet around. Oh, they might give that to the Thundersaur now and not to Sigmund Fraud. So I could block that lane, or I can push a lot more damage through. Because that Thundersaur is going to be really difficult to deal with down the road. I think I need to play it safe here. Normally I'd be one for getting aggressive, but I think I have to play it safe here, and they don't have a level 1 creature for me to do Nova's Touch with. So we do 2 trades, and then they win one with a little bit of breakthrough, and that Thundersaur is going to get pumped up even more. They had the Forge this time, so then that Indomitable Fiend comes right back. At the 6/3, because this is level 2. Just give it a second to catch up. And there we go. Okay. I think I need to leave that Thundersaur alone. Because if it gets any bigger, then I'm going to be in trouble. Oakfather here. The Wisp there. And hopefully, if they don't play a level 1 creature, then my level 2 Forgeborn ability went to waste, which I don't like. Oh, there we go. Yep. So we are going to use that. Enemy level 1 enemy creature. The opponent replaced it with a Wisp minion. So there we go there. And do I Energy Surge, or do I Armored Decayosaur so that we get up to 17, but have 9 damage on it? I think I'm going this route. It's going to make a huge Thundersaur, but it will also then. Oh, well. Doing that on the Oak Father? Okay. I approve. I approve. Because there, my Decayosaur, my squishy little dinosaur zombie, is going to stay alive, but really pump up that Thundersaur. It's not going to be good. And deal 6 damage to a creature, you gain 6 life. Okay. Play an Oak Father minion. So, right now I've got the ability to have 3 Oak Fathers out, if need be. And if my opponent gets rid of this Decayosaur right away. Oh, good call. To get 2 zombie brutes. Give them extra attack. Yeah. And it's going to come back. Yes. Not a fan. So, if I go like this, I'll have 2 Oak Fathers ready coming back for next deck cycle, which, not next deck cycle, next turn, which is going to be good. If they decide they want to get rid of this Thundersaur with their Forgeborn ability or some card they play, then I've got a comeback for it that's not going to be great, but it will get the job done. Because I could just do Voltaic Prophet, too. They played a spell, so an 11, so only 6 would break through, and then I'd take out that Thundersaur, which is about as good as I can hope for at this point, is just get rid of it. Oh, good thing they don't have breakthrough. Yeah. Okay. So trade and survive. And they survive. Trading here, I take some breakthrough. They survive, and then trading, they take some breakthrough. Well, look at the fireworks. A lot of carnage. Yeah, and playing that Oak Father wouldn't have done me any good. Really. Okay. Well, so I've got Transcendent Biologist, Relentless Wanderers, and that Oak Father to spare. I think. I think. Relentless Wanderers doesn't do me a whole lot of good at this stage in the match. So let's do the Decayosaur. Let's see, because I like the fact that I would win this trade. The Indomitable Fiend is away, and my dinosaur doesn't actually take any damage. All things being equal at this point. And there is no better time for me to be using this, because then I get to do the biologist here, and play my minion there. So I'll trade here. I'll win that trade, win that trade, win that trade. And the board's going to set up real nice for me going forward, hopefully. Oh, interesting. Where's that going to go? Probably on the, yep, on the biologist. So then that zombie brute stays alive. Nice little glass cannon there. Very, rather large glass cannon. Okay, well, we'll have to see how they wiggle their way out of this one, but having this large oak father with breakthrough, having this dinosaur here that's going to be really tough to remove. I'm encouraged with where my position's at right now. And let's see what my opponent is going to muster. I might do the Bartok into like the War Machine or Bartok into the Assassin. There's that fiend again. All right. Bartok there. Next creature I play gets +2/+2. And they've got just trying to block some damage there with that Fleet Colossus. I'll go this here. Gets +2/+2 from that Bartok. And then we'll see where the chips fall. And that Indomitable Fiend keeps coming back, man. That is a bad penny indeed. Just keeps coming back. And it's out of the range of suppressing, which is 8 or less, because that's got 9. Get to give my creatures +5/+5. Hmm. Let's put the scientist there. Right there, and then give those a little bit. And my board state's never going to get any better, so let's just Nova's Might to give everybody 5/5. And see if they can block 4 lanes. Otherwise, this is going to be a good game. If there's anybody out there that wants to challenge me to like a friend match, my Steam friend code is 103-628-342. Let's just type it right there. And the best option I have is to suppressing and get rid of their Thundersoar. Okay. So if anybody wants to challenge me, 103-628-342 is my Steam friend code. I will play whatever deck or type of deck you're looking you want to go against. It doesn't have to be one of the starters. It doesn't have to be a set one. It could just be if you're looking to go against like you want to see what a minion synergy deck looks like. If people want to see uh, some of my set 2 stuff, Soulbind stuff, I can totally do that. But if it's me just playing here, I want to keep it if I'm just doing random people in the queue, I want to keep it to the starter decks or the ones that I've unlocked through the XP ladder, just to continue to keep that as an inviting place where people are excited to, where people feel like that they've got a good array of opportunities. Okay, fourth fuse deck. Let's see. Third fuse deck. Second, no, that was the one that I was. No, it wasn't. Let's see. My first fuse deck. Confirm. And then let's just see what who will pop up here. And if we have enough dead air in between me taking my water, then I might go back into the campaign and see if I can clean up that mess that past Jurch was in. All right. Campaign it is. I would, but it says cannot be invited. I'll try again later. Oh, that's odd. And a match was found right away. Yeah, Stefan, I don't know what the issue with that is. Dwarven Steel Games, played against them a couple of times already today. Let's see if this one ends up being, if they're playing a different deck. Because I definitely am now. What is matched up against earlier. Okay. Mystical Basher. Then do I want to Conflagrate? It only deal 2 damage to those two. Or I could Suppress. Suppressing is really powerful, and it definitely helped. It's bailed me out in previous matches. So even though it's only going to take care of this Wisp minion, it does level it up, so the next level is attack 5 or lower. And then we'll see what my opponent's going to do for this one. The Basher is really good, especially if you can end up giving it enough health where then it survives, because the Basher is the dinosaur that always has breakthrough. And then it's a fused creature. So based on the modifying term, it changes what the all the printed abilities and the health and attack of the creature. So it's a really cool one. Okay, I've got some good options here. Energy Surge, I really, really like leveling up. Fire Fist Aranti. Oh, they're just going to Botanimate? Well, there you go. There you go. So that changes what I want to do. Because I think I want to do that. And their Basher is going to break through, but it's also going to be a one and done. Because I'm going to activate my Fire Fist Aranti to deal 1 damage to the Basher. Unless I can't. Oh, good. Whew! Come on. What? Do 1 damage there. And I think I do still want to Energy Surge in that lane. Their creature has stealth, so it's not going to engage in combat. But it will at least set me up for a future turn. So if I get my War Machine or something like that, then it'll be able to take that out real nice. Yeah. Okay. So let's go the combat spell knight there. So it will right now currently win that trade. Let's just go that there. And we will see what my opponent does. If they put out a big threat, I'm definitely going to do disintegrate. If they play a spell or something, then I might lean one of these two in order to get full lanes, and then also be able to get access to the much stronger level 2 version. And I think I'm leaning Lightning Tamer for the mage synergy. Hmm. Be interesting to see what they do here. I don't know. Nope, they still aren't allowing me to see their deck, which is totally their prerogative, but I think it's a positive opportunity for the community if you're just having your deck list available for people to see. And if people don't know that feature, then they don't know that feature. So I just try to make sure that I show it on all of my streams, so then everybody has an idea of that it's there and that they. I think it's a good idea to be using it. I wonder what they're waiting on, or if there's. I'm having internet connectivity issues. No, looks like we're doing okay. Hmm. So my thinking here is that this combat, because the Reaper can end up causing a lot of problems with its ability when one of your creatures damages the enemy player, give it +3 attack. So I'm trying to make sure that they don't the enemy creatures don't damage me. And I've been pinging it down with my Fire Fist or Ronti in order to make sure that eventually I get that off the board before they have open lane creatures with aggressive or other ones with stealth, that then those become too punishing to have to deal with. I don't know why they're taking all this time. This isn't good. I hope it's not connectivity issues or something like that. Yeah, but it looks like we are running low on time. And if they were to play creature, I would then disintegrate it and then be able to activate my combat spell knight to give it a little bit more attack. I wish there was something that I could do to like prompt them just in case they were just forgot or stepped away or something like that. Hey, it's your turn. We're still playing. I hope. Yeah. So we'll see if they're still there or not. Otherwise, we'll have this timer run down, and then I think it'll just kind of forfeit the match for them. We'll see. I don't like. It's kind of weird being in a situation like this when you don't know what's going on the other end, but I mean that's what happens when you're playing a game. Sometimes is people get distracted. They have other things going on, X, Y, and Z. So we don't know. I yeah hope that they're not just kind of sitting there waiting for the timer to run down, because that's not a great play experience. But it does allow me an opportunity to remind people to sign up for this Saturday's event. That online event. So you go to SolForgeFusion.com. You register for the April Digital Client sealed event, and it's free to enter. There will be prizes for anybody who goes 3-2 or better. Is that you'll be unlocking and winning your half decks. So the decks that you end up playing in the event with, you get to win them. And I think that's a pretty sweet deal. We've got close to 50 people signed up last time I saw. I can probably check, but I don't know if I want to do that at the risk of missing my turn. Yeah, but it looks like the opponent is no longer there. So then I do have the opportunity to find this event. Oops, that's not what I want. And we'll be able to see how many people are in the event. And I'll be able to get the like official name of the event. So it is the Digital Client Sealed Release Event, Saturday, April 20th at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. We have 47 people signed up right now. There's still plenty of room if other people want to be joining. And it'll be a great way to kind of kick off community get-togethers and experience and stuff like that. And people get a chance to win free decks, which I think is cool. Have a way to be growing your collection. So if this timer runs out on this one, then I'll just kind of back out of the match, which I don't like doing. It doesn't make me feel good, but at the same time, nobody wants to see us watching a timer run down. So we'll just see how that's going to go, and it looks like that it will just kind of run out like that. So yep, this is their last chance to keep playing. Okay, so if you let the timer run out 2 times in a row, it looks like it just gives you the victory. So everybody got to see what that experience was like. I think I am going to go into the campaign and at least finish up this match, so I'm in a better spot whenever I have to jump back into it. That's right. Okay, so I get to start off the board state with a good old firestorm. Deal 4 damage to all creatures. Oh, that's right, and it reanimated the Mongosaur, which then has to deal 5 damage to one of my creatures, deal 5 damage to enemy creature. Well, there we go. Without further ado. Now I'm going to disintegrate, because one of the power-ups that I have in this is that whenever I play a spell, I get to reanimate a creature. I just need to hope it's not the same creature every single time. And it was not. I got somebody that's actually useful right now. All right, and they take 4 damage, this Sunder, but then they also get to, at some point, play a Lightning Spark. Oof. I think we're going to Glowhive Siren here. And then from that, we are going to use my Forgeborn ability to give 2 creatures armor. And I'll give it to both my Glowhive Sirens. And then I'll come back. Oh. And then I will come back with the Flamebreak Invoker, which has aggressive, and I can activate to give my other creatures of level 2 or level 1 creatures aggressive as well. So then I'm dealing 9 damage, taking 7 back, and then a trade in that lane there. All right. And they get to play Lightning Spark, which won't destroy either one of my creatures, so I don't feel too bad about it. But I will have to get rid of that Flame Shaper Savant, because that is going to be a major problem. Okay. Starting the 3rd deck cycle, some of Forgeborn abilities. Give your creatures +4 health. You gain 4 health. Sunder, you and one of your creatures get 10 armor this turn. So I think I'm going to start out with the Leyline Vermin to turn off the Flame Shaper Savant. But then I should probably just put it in that lane. Yes, I'm going to do that instead. So I'm going to just put it in that lane and turn off the Flame Shaper Savant so it can't be pinging all of my creatures. Well, then it will still live through that, but Flame Break Invoker over there. And then I'm just going to give everybody a little bit of health and myself a little bit of health. And we will see, because I have now 20 damage showing. They've got 10 armor, so. Oh, wait, should I have activated? Because a level 3 does something different. Oh, they get a +2 attack. Oh, no. What a poor misplay. What a poor, poor misplay. So now I need to recover and go like this to fight there. And then I think I'll need to do I think I'll need to do the Stampeding Mongosaur. Oh, okay, we're still good. 9 damage to one of mine to deal 9 damage to an enemy. And then in his dying breath, having everybody charge into battle, that Stampeding Mongosaur, Stampede, and deal 11 damage to take out that Sunder. Whew! All right. So that was that part of the campaign. I want to go back to actually be facing human beings as opposed to the AI. So I'm going to go online battle. Let's do, which one haven't I done? Oh, the good luck. Yeah. And I called it that one because I didn't think that those two were a good pair. So we'd have to see if it'd have some success. So I wished it good luck. And I'll let you all be the deciders of how well this pairing works. I get to start. Let's just have him take 5 damage. Venerable Creeper. And I think I might go the Shambler after that, because that's a very strong card, especially in this deck. Very successful. Or let's go like this to deal 5 damage to one of my creatures, deal 5 damage to an enemy creature. And I think that's a pretty successful trade. Because it takes out something of theirs that had 8 attack and mobility, and I still get to keep my creature around. So we will trade there. They take 5 more. Off to a pretty good start. Pretty good start. And now I think well, my opponent's not going to be happy about that because now I get to disintegrate to deal 8 damage to a creature that came into play this turn and take out their glider. And for my next play, I'm going to go Fit of Rage, and then because I played 2 spells, I get that Steadfast Adept for free. Which I like to get that level 1 out because the level 2 is an 11-10. It's huge at level 2. I will gladly trade with the Blight Witch. if it's allowing me to upgrade multiple cards and move a lot faster than my opponent and also do some breakthrough damage. So it's being aggressive, getting advantage for the mid and late game. Yeah. Okay. And I like what that opportunity has for like, oh, we're actually at the end of a deck cycle. Let's see if I can get a little sneaky here with this. Because with this Abyssal Amoeba, at the end of each deck cycle, each enemy player destroys one of their creatures. So we're at the last turn of the deck cycle, which means unless this Amoeba is destroyed, then the opponent's going to have to get rid of one of their creatures. I wouldn't be surprised if the first creature they put is something big enough in the way of this, and then that forces me to decide, do I want to do something like the Arrogant Colossus to get a whole bunch of damage on the board with kind of a glass cannon? Do I want to Dreadbolt? Oh, Darkheart Sorcerer. Well, I'm definitely, now that my opponent has revealed they have a Blight Witch Darkheart Sorcerer deck, I'm definitely not going to let that stick around. Then they can either take 4 damage or 2, or get rid of the Abyssal Amoeba, which they are also Furious. Ooh, 2 Furiouses. Furious is a modifying term that gives the text to level 1, activate, deal 2 damage to this creature to give it a +2 attack. The level 2 is deal 2 damage to this to give this +4 attack, and then the level 3 is deal 2 damage to this to give it +6 attack. So it could be very scary later on. And their Forgeborn ability, give your creatures +2 attack. This turn they get aggressive. Let's put the Shambler right in the middle there. And we're not going to activate that because I think I want to try to plan for Infernal Ritual. Yeah, this is a set 2 deck that set symbol, set 2 there. Oh, but it's got mobility too. Shoot! They probably are going to move it in the way here. Well, if they do, then I'll just use my Forgeborn ability in it. And I'll take it out. Because I want to keep that Shambler alive. But I cannot blame them for wanting to get rid of it. And, oh. Accidentally realized I didn't hit end turn. Or done. My bad. Yep. So they're instantly moving in the way there. Got a nice big creature with mobility there. And I want to keep my Shambler around, so I'm going to do that. And Infernal Ritual, destroy a creature. Play 2 zombies. They get aggressive. I'll put 1 there in the way, and I'll make that trade, or that exchange where I'm only taking 2 damage but dealing 3 to my opponent. Yeah, that's an exchange I'm definitely willing to make there. All right. I don't have 2 spells to make that adept free. But I can go that there. And they get to decide, do they want to take 6 damage or destroy one of their creatures? And they will take the damage. I think they're going to move this Stormling into the way to take out, unless they've got something bigger. Ooh, Frostmane Breath. Play the Frostmane Egg. I love this one. At the end of the deck cycle, transform this. So that is going to be sticking around. Huh. We'll go Gloom Reaper Hag there. Because either my opponent is going to move the Stormling in the way to trade, or move it out of the way. Nice aggressive play. For a Dark Heart Sorcerer. Okay. I like this. I like that. So they're going to be doing 11 straight at me. Oh, nice. 13 straight at me. They're going to win that trade. Win that trade. But because of all the dominoes that I set up with the Gloom Reaper Hag and my Shambler, I'm able to drain them for 5 health. So at this point in the game, that's a trade I'll be willing to make. I got to get rid of that Dark Heart Sorcerer and cut off their supply, their health supply. Mobility on this one? 1. Well, I've got 2 options to get rid of that Dark Heart. I've got Soul Reap, which deals 3 damage to a creature, and I gain 3 health. I don't have a beast in play, so I don't get the second half of that. And then I've got good old Dreadbolt. If Dark Heart Sorcerer ends up having more than 3 health by the time I'm ready to play. And it will not. I don't think. So I will Soul Reap there and save the Dreadbolt for a potentially different target. Or I may just end up playing a creature that will get destroyed, so then my Shambler can have a little bit more fun. We will just see where we are at. Because that Ossuary Mech would do enough damage to trade, which I'd prefer to trade than play Dreadbolt. Or I could Dreadbolt the Blight Witch. Take 16 down to 30. I think I need to do that. I think I need to Dreadbolt the Blight Witch. I'm going with it. I'll take 16 damage down to 30. Especially with the aggressiveness that my opponent's showing, that may not be a great idea. But I like I like the option of having a Shambler around. Frostmane hatches. But now I've got 2 Shamblers here. So that is exactly what I was hoping for. And the mobility of this is equal to the current deck cycle. We're in the 3rd deck cycle. Destroy an enemy creature with decreased health. Well, we don't have any of those yet. And mine is destroy one of your creatures to give a creature +8/+8. I might be amendable to that. Let's go like this. I am not going to do the hematophagic part. That would not be in my board state's best interest. But I'm going to go there. My opponent can do a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm looking to get 1 more creature on the board and then sacrifice it. Aha. Playing a spell, you say. And then able to destroy it. Oh, good play. Good play. Yep, because that foils my plans. Rightfully so. 2, 3. So we could move that out of the way. I'm going to go like this because my biggest creature that either they're going to have to move things, move the dragon out of the way of, or lose the dragon. Unless, of course, they have something else super exciting to get to a spell or creature that will be able to buff that up, give it any extra health to stay alive. But they can't open or let me open lane that Miba. Because if they leave that open, then I win. Unless they have some sort of health gain that I haven't been paying attention to yet. So they do move it out of the way. Infernal Ritual. So they'll get 2 that are angry. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So there is 21 damage coming through, but I get a little bit of it back. And then I'm just going to need to play defense for 2 turns. And I've got the horses to do it, too. Okay. Because I can return with Infernal Ritual to turn 1 creature into 2. Dreadbolt, and then I would have played 2 spells, so then the Steadfast Adept is free. Or... Oh... Well, now I can't do that. But I can make them destroy one of their creatures here. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I have to make them destroy one of their creatures. They can be moving everything all around. Yeah, so that it's going to make them destroy the zombie brute unless they've got something really spicy cooking. But they've got enough mobility with all of these that they can move them wherever they want. That'll be out of the way. Hmm. And depending on where they move things, I may Infernal Ritual for the win. Oh. No, I can't for the win. I have to do it to stay alive. Yep. Because I don't know what else they can do, but yeah, them getting rid of my... Oh! Oh, no! Oh, because I have to do this. No, I can't. Because now I've got exactly 9 health left. Hmm. That, 9 and 13. And it would be 6, 8. No, that wouldn't be enough. I think they just boxed me into a 1-0 win. Hmm. Because if I do this, I block two, but it's not going to be enough because they have exactly nine that comes through. If I do the Rhymehorn Charger instead, open laning it, this would have six attack, this would have eight. That wouldn't matter. Destroying it to then have 14. So they'd be at negative 13, but they'd be 25, 30, or no, 27, 36 coming through. So yeah, so I have to do this. Getting rid of that Abyssal Amoeba was what won it for them. Because then I wasn't able to destroy it with that Infernal Ritual to then have two creatures out as my first spell. Dreadbolt to have all the creatures taken care of, and then have this Steadfast Adept come in between. Wow, that was really well done. Dang. Whew. That was good stuff. That was good stuff indeed. All right. Dang, that was well done. Okay, I'm going to step off camera for a second to grab a little snack. I'll be back in 15 seconds. Surface to air is weekend. Oh, weekend. Good match. That was a really good match. All right, let's see who else is out there. Also, welcome back, Carl. Good to see you back in the chat again. Razak. Hmm. Fleet Stormling. That doesn't seem like it's too strong of a creature. I'll just force my opponent's hand to push it out of the way. Hmm. No, I like what the Geist looks like at level two. So I could Infernal Ritual into Fit of Rage. Or Venerable Creeper to make them destroy their only creature. Let's do that and see where we start out. They'll take the damage. Okay. Cutthroat Spirit. Cutthroating, trade those two. Okay. Gross. And then we're going to do this to get a Cutthroat the Spirit. I'm not too worried about that. I'd rather make my opponent kind of choose there instead of going back and forth with. Oh, nice. That one's going to work out well for them. Yep, deal that much damage to an enemy creature. After dealing that damage. Oof. Hmm. I think I want to do an Invoker Mongosaur combination. Well, I do still want to do that. What is that, a combat? Venerable. Right. Hmm. Taking out 3 of their creatures. Or take a lot of damage. I don't have a whole lot to deal with that Shambler. No. There. There. And then all these are going to trade, but that Shambler is going to survive. I don't like that Shambler living, but that 4 damage plus the 5 is 9 compared to the 11. I should have made that trade differently. Yep. And they'll take the 6 damage there. Okay. To get the other Shambler in, well, I can't have that. It is a little frustrating that I got Dreadbolt, which could have taken care of the level 1 Shambler, and my own Shambler at the same time. And then we'll just duke it out and have a clean board. All right, just shoulder shrug and move on. Now that Commanding Geist is nice and big, but it doesn't have anything to command right now. Hmm. Let's see what they want to do here. Mean. Well, I could have that break even. Commanding Geist. I'd have to use my Forgeborn ability. I think I want to save it. So we're just going to go this, do the trade, save the Geist, save the Forgeborn. Not a huge fan of that sequence of events, but what are you going to do? All right. And now I need my opponent to put a creature out, otherwise I won't get full value out of my Forgeborn ability, which then is going to be rather frustrating as well. Well, at least I'm getting value out of it. There you go. 4 damage. And it's a moot point because my creature would have taken their creature out anyways. How much? It's got 3 mobility. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I can get almost all the way over. And then a Thundersoar. Oh no. Okay, so a very tight match because we got the same factions going. That's kind of funny how that happens sometimes. I like that too. And then their Forgeborn ability is deal 6 damage to a creature, you gain 6 health. Okay. Destroy one of your creatures to give one of your creatures +8/+8. Huh. What if I just go like this, and then the Arrogant Demon, then I use this ability to have them get aggressive. Okay. Now that doesn't. Well, yeah, let's see how you want to do that. Fight it there. Give this that much attack. Okay, that. Hmm. Hmm. Because I could Firestorm. Yeah, this Cersei's ability at this level is not very helpful. I could Infernal Ritual to clear the board. I think I'm gonna have to do that. And I'm going to be hurting a little bit. But some 9, but then those all trade out. Yeah, that's I'm okay with that. I don't like it because I'd prefer more things being on the board than not. But if that's what my opponent's going to be giving me for this, then I have to take it. Okay. So I still have the destroy one of your creatures to give a creature +8/+8. That's not doing me any good. They get to deal 6 damage to a creature and gain 6 health. Well, let's just start out by taking 7 from them. Okay. And I will go the Commanding Geist here. Parker Boy, subscribe with Prime A. Thank you. I also accepted your friend request. So then you'll be able to challenge me. I did see that come through. Deal 6 damage. Okay, what do they got up their sleeve? And Om Nom Nom. That's a good reversal. Good reversal. Beautiful. Waiting for the chance. Yeah, it'll be fun to be challenging each other now. Okay, end of the third deck cycle. Gloomy Hag, sorry. Well, Commanding Meba, sure. Hmm. I can get on board with that one. Because now that's a trade. I don't like that. Give one of your creatures. Yeah, destroy one of your creatures. You have one of your creatures +8/+8. It's not doing me a whole lot of good. Hmm. So my options are quite limited. Just make the trade there too. Ugh. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not using my Forgeborn ability. It's so bad. It's so bad. It doesn't help. I'm gonna have to switch over to the Sunder. Well, that's my level 4 Forgeborn ability. Destroy an enemy creature. Okay, so that one helps. And they get to Death Touch. Okay. So we're both doing the same thing. But I'm going to line this up to then Infernal Ritual. Oh, well, I see what you're doing. I have an idea what you're going to be doing. So let's just get rid of that. And I'll take the hit right now. I'm okay with that. Then for my actual play, use the literal sacrificial ram there to get. Oh, no. I'm going to put my opponent in a bad spot. 1, 3, and 5. Because we weren't going to trade if I put a zombie brute in the way like that. But now they'll have to use their Death Touch to get rid of one of my zombies. Or that. Yep. Or they'll just take 20. Ooh, okay. All right, we'll see how that's going to shake out. Cuz now I got my commanding Geist here and I get last play. So I like that because then I might be able to win this turn. Because then the Flamebreak Invoker gets to give all of my other creatures +2 attack and aggressive now. So I think I want to do Commanding Geist over here to get those both bumped up +6/+6. And then we'll see. Because I guess they could block and destroy. Or what are you battling? Because anything you're going to battle is also going to get destroyed. Interesting. I like how this is going to work out for me. I'm not a fan of that. And then Death Touch. There. Shoot. That could have worked out really well. Well, I don't remember if they have any direct damage. Do they? Because I got rid of all the shamblers. I've played so many matches that I can't remember who I'm playing anymore. But if I go like this, trade, I take 17 down to 1, and then win that trade, or win that exchange. And ooh, right. I kind of like it though, because 12. If I do the arrogant demon and then soul reap, is it's a 9 point swing because I'm gaining 6, dealing 3 to them, destroying their creature. So let's see how this is gonna work. Because even if they, oh no, that was rough. That was rough. Because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not the 12 it needs to be. Ugh. Shoot, 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 shoot. That was a good play. That was a good play. I go up to 5, they go down to 12. And then in combat, unless they've got some other tricks to do, yeah, just trade on 1. But oh man, that was good though. That was good. Came right down to the last play, and they had the answers, the removal they needed. Okay, so that was it was I was getting the options that I wanted there at the end, but they had the perfect answers and they had things set up just so that they had a margin of error that I did not have in that one. All right, let's see who is going to be next. Anybody out there? Let's see. We've got a few viewers in. Anybody have any questions for me, especially related to like organized play and stuff like that? How you can get involved, more tournaments, things, stuff like that. That's my area of expertise. Found a match, and I have no idea what that sound was. Oh, Stefan just invited me, but I got thrown into a match with Park. Oh man, I'm so popular right now. And you have no idea what deck you're playing. Okay, good stuff. So let's start out with the Stout Glider. You've seen what I've been playing, so this is too late. Yeah, got a couple of matches thrown my way immediately. All right, going to mute the stream so I'm not cheating or I guess, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm not trying to make this competitive. I'm just playing for fun here, showing off what these starters can do, or then the decks that you can just win for the through the XP ladder. Yeah. Okay. So I passed it over. We're gonna see what Parka Boy is going to be throwing at me here. Oh, playing set 3 stuff. All right, we gotta hope that that stuff is still working. because I know that they're working on the bugs for set three, and we just got to hope that they're still working through them. But yeah, I only have one set three half deck, and I have been steering away from playing it just because I don't want to upset the system. You know, people aren't going to be upset, but it's the system and kind of more testing and stuff like that. But yeah, Parker Boy got access to these because you played in one of the preview events last fall, I believe. Check me on that. Hmm. Let's see. So I could force them into having to play a spell. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. I really, really like the Commanding Geist. Commanding is a good modifying term, especially if you've got a lot of zombies, because that gives the deployability for your zombies. Give your zombies +1/+1 or 3 or 6. I'm pretty sure Lucas is streaming tonight. I would check the Discord to be sure. Because I got a message from him, or I saw a message that he posted, and I didn't have time to process what it said. But I would check to see on the live stream channel or yeah, for the official Stoneblade Discord. Alloyin Monolith, what does that one do? Deploy, upgrade a level 1 card in your hand, then discard it. Activate, destroy this to give your creature in this lane 6 armor this turn. Which looks like they did. This is the streaming day of heaven of the week. Yeah, a lot of people are streaming. So that's gonna lose that trade. Monolith, yeah, that's why I would suggest not playing set three decks because they're still working out those bugs. Ha ha ha. Because I could do 5 and 5, but I don't like that. Don't want that to keep working. Yeah, set three hasn't been released yet, so using set three decks is probably an invitation for uh, who knows what could be happening. Sigma Toast. Yay, Sigma Toast. All right. So we like the creeper. At this point, taking 5 damage is great. It'd also be nice if they got rid of the creature. But that determines or helps me determine which direction I want to go, knowing that they're willing to eat 5 more damage. So I think they either have plans. Disintegrating, you say? Well, I know that the Shambler is going to give me a lot of profit and it'll give them fits. So let's do that and open lane. I'm not going to destroy one of my creatures because I think they're both right now going to give me more value than 3 health. Sigma Toast, we are going to be able to earn more decks on the Steam version outside of. Yes, absolutely. There is, if you're looking to get more decks, Sigma Toast, there is a sealed digital event happening this Saturday. So go to SolForgeFusion.com and check out the events page. So the sealed deck event this Saturday is you register completely free. Then on Saturday, when you're checking in, then you direct message me on Discord and I will shoot you the deck lists to your 4 half decks and you can redeem those codes and make the best fuse deck you can for the event. If you go 3 and 2 or better, during the course of the event, then you'll be able to keep those decks. So that is a really quick way just to be adding extra decks to your pool. We are working very quickly on the online store where you can be buying digital only decks as well. I will find out on Friday exactly where we are with that, but that is a high priority because we want people to be building their collections as fast as they want to. The event starts at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's my time zone. But so then you can do the math from there based on whatever time zone you're in. And it's 5 rounds. We've got close to 50 people signed up already. There's a 50-minute timer for each round, but it's not, rounds don't take that long in the digital client. So I would bet it's about a 3-hour event, give or take. Okay. Give a creature +3 attack this turn. Oh, -3 attack this turn. It loses all print abilities and gains defender. Okay, I can have an idea where that's going. Deal 4 damage to a creature, you gain 4 health. Let's see. I think I want to do this to get rid of that one. Can't wait to grab this on Steam. You can right now. This is the release week. You can go to the Steam store. We've got a 25% off sale. So you will be able to pick it up today for only $15. This there. And I am going to be super aggro and just open lane all of these. Oh, can't get to my computer at the moment. Yep. That is the one stipulation, is you do need to be at your computer to download the game on your computer. But that brings up a good point that we are in the process, and it takes some technological, work-throughs and bugs, but this game will be available on mobile devices as well. Not right now. Android, the tentative schedule is towards the end of 2024, and then iOS is towards the beginning of 2025. So we're looking to expand this so you can play this on your phones at some point as well. And let's do this, and I won't get the full value out of it, but I do get a little bit of shambling. And I do get health there. And one good shamble deserves another. Okay. I like the mech right here. Yeah, let's see what we can do there. Sigma Toast, I still need to scan some of the alpha pre-release I have floating around. Yeah, that you scan in your decks, and that brings up another good point. I've got a box right here that I've been opening for demonstrative purposes. So whenever you buy physical product, you get 4 half decks, one from each faction, and they come with a card like this that is your deck list, and it comes with a QR code that you scan, so then you own the deck physically for you being able to register for events, and you also own the deck digitally so that you'll be able to instantly have it imported into your digital collection. It's really slick. Let's go like this, and take out one of mine for taking out one of yours. Rickster, my brain was right. It is Jurch. You were my first ever game on TTS. Oh, awesome! Oh, I can't remember when that was. Do you remember, was that for an event, or when did we play each other? That's awesome. Yeah, this game's come a long way. This game's come a long way. All right, Parker boy, I got you in a tough spot. And if you're like me, you'll open up like 8-ish decks and only get Sunder. Hey, I like Sunder. I like the spell slinging that Sunder can do. A couple of years ago, I was prepping for, I believe it was a silver event. Okay, nice. That's really cool. All right, Parker boy, you're going to be in trouble for this because I think I've got you. I don't have a beast, but I've got double spell and then the adept to block if needed. Or I could just commanding Geist and Fit of Rage on one. Yeah, because that doesn't. Second spell doesn't matter. I only have one creature in play, anyways. Been a while since I played. Had a lot going. Yeah, life can totally be like that. Well, I hope you are jumping back into it, and I'd love to connect with you on Steam so you could be like shooting me matches all the time too. Because I'm very good at helping people get better at the game. Okay, I don't want to do that. Let's go Commanding Geist instead, so I at least have a second creature on the board, just in case. Yeah, my Steam friend code, I will put that back in the chat. Jurch's Steam friend code, which you need in order to challenge a person directly. 103628 342. All right, deal 5 damage to the enemy player. But I think the math is still in my favor because I'm going to give +6 attack and breakthrough to my mech. Yep, so even though I'm taking 13, 14, 15 damage, good old Fit of Rage right there. So that's going to do 5 breakthrough damage, and that will be enough to finish off Parka Boy. Good game. Good game. All right. That was a good one. Oof, between me having a random deck and then the monolith network. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Good game. I would steer clear from using set 3, or at the very least check out on the Discord, they've got channels for the the bugs that they're currently working on. I don't remember if that also gets posted to Steam or not, but if it doesn't, check out on the Discord. They have the list of the most recent bugs that they've fixed, and then the ones that they're working on too. So set 3 is not even out yet. It's not technically coming out for a month, give or take a couple of days. So the development team has been working so hard on getting this game to where it is now, where the sets that are out, sets 1 and 2 are able to work. Set 3 will be coming before it's released. Which, by the way, if you're interested in physical playing in real life, and you want to attend a pre-release event, we are hosting one in Minnesota in the St. Paul Intercontinental Riverfront Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel. The weekend of April 27th and 28th, where you will get to meet some of the developers. You'll be able to play in a sealed event, a storyline event. You could be playing in kind of pop-up sealed events for prizes. That we've got a constructed tournament, all just for $60. So the $60 covers the entry to the sealed event. So you're getting set 3 the last winter booster with it. And then for the storyline event, everybody gets a second last winter booster. So the $60 ticket pays for those things then and there. You're getting some prizes. You're getting discounts on if you're buying physical set 3 product there. You've got a hotel discount too, that in the event description, which is on the SolForge Fusion event page, you can go there, and then using our link, you'd be able to get a room for $119 a night. I believe it's $119 for the entire weekend, if you'd like to be staying with us. If your schedules are crazy and you can't spend a whole weekend in Minnesota, by the way, the snow is gone, so it's not super cold. Actually, the weather's been really pleasant lately, give or take some storms. Saturday is when most of the events happen. So Saturday morning is check-in. People get their goodie bags. They get registered. We've got the sealed event in the morning, and then the storyline event in the evening, and that's Saturday. Then Sunday is where we have opportunities to do pop-up sealed tournaments, or they could be draft or whatever formats you want with the developers. So with members from the Stoneblade team, that you'll be able to come hang out with them and play in some tournaments with them. And then there will be a constructed tournament at 1 o'clock, I believe. And we've got prizes galore. Prizes for of sealed product, of play mats that are custom for Fuse Fest, custom for the event, and a lot of other alternate art, cards and half decks, and foil cards and half decks. A lot of really cool prizes. And that is not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend. So if you're within driving distance or flying distance and you want to come show up for a weekend of SolForge Fusion, get set 3 product weeks before the rest of the world. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be there hosting and making sure everybody's having a great time. And we still have tickets remaining, but I think we've only got like 15 or 20 tickets left. So I'd love to see anybody there, whether you have been playing the game since the beginning, or you are just new and just found out about it this week and you started playing the digital and you love it and you want an opportunity to meet members of the team, to meet members of the community, to meet myself, then I couldn't think of a better option. So that's my last kind of really big promotion of Fuse Fest. But if you've got more questions, ask in the chat. You can reach out to me directly. Oh, Parker Boy wants some more action. You're not playing set 3, are you still? Because I don't want it to... I don't want the event to, or this match to go sideways because your cards aren't working. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. But, oh yeah, hopefully this match is going to work. Nope, I'll say one. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, CML 100. We wanted to see if I could put something together that people would want to go to. And then if this does well, if this builds enough of an audience and participation following, then we will see about going forward if we can start doing more of these in other parts of the world for future sets. But, I'm from Minnesota. I went to Fuse Fest 1. That was a pre-release for set 2. This was about a year ago. So I wanted to try to make that happen as one of my first big orders of business as being head of organized play for Stoneblade. Going to Gen Con. Yes, we are. There will be Stoneblade at Gen Con, and we will be showing off all of the Stoneblade library. So Ascension Tactics. We have Shards of Infinity. We've got SolForge Fusion. There is You Gotta Be Kidding Me, which is releasing in June as a Target exclusive. And we're going to be having events and learn to plays for that at Gen Con as well. There's going to be tournaments and stuff going on. We haven't started writing the storyline event for Gen Con for SolForge Fusion, but that will be starting up in the near future, is getting those pieces in place for all of the events. I believe you can go on the Gen Con page right now to see all the list of the Stoneblade events that are going on. And if not now, then I think it's in May, maybe, that you can actually start registering for them. So Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to be there, and we're going to have just seeing such a wide variety of people. Did I miss something there? No. A wide range of people showing up for Ascension, for Shards of Infinity, for You Gotta Be Kidding Me. It'll be really cool. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna go that because I know what the Elemancer can do, and I don't want it to keep doing that. All right, arrogant demon. Let's have you come into play. I got a few other options, few different directions I can go with this. Lashers are so frustrating. So frustrating. And then Fire Fist is just gonna. Oh, not finish it off. Oh, very kind of you. I need to get the value out of this one. To gain health, deal damage to the enemy player, gain a little bit more health. Soul Reap is very, very strong. Very strong. I think I found a neat Taliesin fuse. Oh, nice! Talison's one of my favorites, especially in sealed. Love Taliesin. We'll have to check that out. And then just gonna deal one damage to little old me right there. That's perfectly fine. Oh, good reversal. Aha. Well, I don't like that. So we're gonna go the Shambler there and see if I can force Parker Boy into a bad decision. We've got a couple options, neither of which are great, but one of them would be a bad decision. Replacing, oh, it's suppressing. Yep, there you go. That was not a bad decision. But I got too cute, and now I have to burn my Disintegrate on a really, really strong creature. Yep, touche. So when you Stampede and you run out of enemy creatures, you are going to stomp on your own? Well, I think you can end. I think it says up to. I believe. You shouldn't have to Stampede on your own. Okay, and that's right. Hmm. And then Parker Boy, what do you got going on? Destroy an enemy creature with decreased health. Okay. Oh, that's right. I meant to switch this to the Sunder Forgeborn. Ugh. Okay. Well, let's light him up. It says repeat the above ability for each dinosaur you have in play. Hmm. Is that what it says on the digital? Because a lot of times in the digital game they haven't changed the meaning of cards, but they've put in the text "you may" in order to tell the AI that it can stop. So I don't know if it has that for sure in this. It makes sense because what can stop a stampede? I guess. I guess. I want to try to keep a creature alive for a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of everything dying all the time, everywhere all at once. And dealing 3 damage and 4 damage with the man, just having that hit twice. And 6 and 5 next time, so I'll have to watch out for that 11. Gross. And just throwing that flame jet on for free. Website says the same for the text. Okay. Well, not the website, but what it says in the digital client. Yeah, because it'd be interesting to see what the digital client actually says for. Because it should say the same thing, but they've had to, as we've tried to make this game 100% the same for physical and online, is there's a couple of things that humans understand intuitively that is difficult to program into a card. So, trying to learn the how the language are supposed to work together to achieve the same goal, that's been something that the team has been working on. The digital client said what I quoted earlier. I just checked with it too. It's the same. Okay. So then maybe you do have to be hitting your own at a certain point. Either way, Stampede is a fun dinosaur centric card. Okay. Got a couple of things I'm not happy with. Replacing. Gets that nice and big. Okay. I think I need to keep creatures around. I need to keep creatures around. So we're gonna go like this. And I'll take a lot to bring us back closer to each other. But I like where this is headed. So we're gonna destroy something that's almost gone anyways. To go 1. And 2. Is that where I want that other one? Yeah, that's where it has to be. I gotta stop that 9 damage from continuing to come through. Oh. Well, I see where that's going. So we're going to make the opponent make the decision. Because they can use that Allomancer to deal 2 damage to one of my creatures, then use their Forge Board to destroy a creature with decreased health. So now they just get to decide where they want that to go through to. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And barely any damage really goes through to their creatures. Yeah, well played. Good combo there. That's why I think mages are so strong. They're so strong. And now their Forgeborn is choose a creature. It gets, if this is replaced, you may reanimate it this turn. Very powerful with something with deploy abilities. I get to destroy one of my creatures to give a creature +8/+8. That's why I don't like this one. Ugh! 4. So anything that I bring into play is going to get destroyed. Anything I bring in is going to get destroyed. So I can do 5. Yeah, and then gain 5 health. I think that this exhibition right here of these matches where I am very upset with my level 3 Forgeborn ability goes to show that in the game theory of this, that deck cycle 3 is your most important. Because I feel like that this Forgeborn ability is holding me back from a lot of the things that I think I could do with this deck. The other Forgeborn abilities are great, so I'm not complaining. And I like this deck, but just seeing what that ability is and the fact that I need other creatures on the field, it's not quite working with what the rest of this deck wants to do. So let's see. So we've got 8, 17, 23 showing, and I can't take anything out. So if I go like this, I'll at least trade there. I agree. It hampers the board state, but a mantis can help. Yes, mantis absolutely. So I in the right decks, this Forgeborn ability probably is relatively helpful. I just I think that the point that I'm trying to make here is that the the level 3 or the third cycle is the most important cycle, because I feel like that with the fact that I'm using this Forgeborn as opposed to the other one, is that it's holding this deck back. So I need to remember to change the Forgeborn to Sunder whenever I'm using this deck again, because that's going to yield better results for me, I think. And then I'll test it out and see. So level 2 Forgeborn ability is decent. I don't have any life gain synergy I've got going in this deck anyway, so there's not a whole lot to be gained from that. So I think I want to try what the Sunder has to offer. And I've played this deck about 10 times now, so I've got a little bit of an understanding of where it wants to go and what it wants to do. I read recently that Stoneblade said that Cycle 3 should be intended finish line of any game, although it would be kind of sad for all those. Well, the intended. That games are intended to be over by that point, but that's why the level 4 Forgeborn abilities are typically so game breaking. Why they're so ridiculous is because they want the game to be over. We don't want it to go to tie. We don't want it to go to the last turn and just kind of have somebody stall out. Suppressing. We want the games to be moving. We want things to be going on. So then you make those ending abilities so strong and so swingy that it's either whoever gets there first, or you do your tactical strategy so you don't even get to that point. Yeah. And if things go poorly for me here, this could be the end in cycle 3. Yeah. Oh, that is exactly what I was afraid of. Dealing 10 damage directly to the opponent. So, 8, 10, 11. Let's see what we can do here. It's not going to be great, but hopefully I can survive. Hopefully I can survive here, because I'm trying to be able to sacrifice this glider for the Abyssal Amoeba to put that up to a 10-11, so it will hopefully win a trade. And then it would make my opponent have to get rid of one of their creatures. 13 that I have to. Although I guess if they were going to get it for free anyways, oh, that was clever. That was clever. That was clever. That was a free poke right there. Okay. So that would take 12. No, but this way at least I get rid of two of their. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put two big bodies out. Yes, I'm ending without using a poorly matched Forgeborn ability. So now I need to get something that will take that off the field right away. My Dreadbolt is at level 1. So then, and my Stampede Mongosaur is also at level 1. So what we do is we say, oh wait, we use our level 4 Forgeborn ability, Death Touch, to just solve the problem for us. Okay. Infernal Ritual. Let's see if we can start making a comeback here. 1, 2. And that leaves me open in case they play level 1 creature, so I can Dreadbolt it and then get the Steadfast Adept for free. Or if they don't play level 1 creature, I can just Commanding Geist. But being down 31 to 8 really puts me behind the 8 ball for this. And yeah, having this Geist only at level 1. I was probably misleveling things as I was going along. I think there are probably some missed opportunities there. And that to buff up all of my zombies just a wee bit. It is interesting, the more that you play a deck and really get to know it, then you start to see, oh, suppressing. Oh, you start to see what cards you need to upgrade in order to maximize the effectiveness of the deck. And let's see, I do have a Beast Soul Reap combo. Huh. 2 Mega Gizmo minions. That's going to be tough to come back. Because I've already used all my Firestorms. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. So I block, take out, it's taking 15, but I'm gaining 14. Or I double hit and block. Okay, I think this is the route I have to go. Wait a minute. 7, but 5. Nope, I do. This is such an so odd of math here because it's better mathematically for me to destroy this. Nope, it isn't. It isn't. Because I would gain 5, but then lose 6 in combat. Okay. And then I'll put the Rhymehorn Charger in front of their big kahuna right here, the Flamebreak Invoker. So I'll be taking 12 plus 4 more from the activation. Actually, they put something even bigger there, then we're kind of out of luck. Oh, that isn't bigger. So we are still alive. So if I put this there, I'm taking 16. but those don't take place until after. Yep. Too many questions and not enough answers. Yep, good game. Solid suppressing and then growing wide and difficult for me to keep up. So I am now, before I forget, I'm going to be switching my Forgeborn to this deck and trying. I think I've got time for one more game before the end of this stream. Active Forgeborn. Because, just because the I will accept that. Because it's you and one of your creatures get armor and then Gathering Storm. So I've got the opportunity to be playing spell or getting value out of playing spells. Yeah. Good game. Yeah, that deck was really good. I liked the way that you were piloting that one. That you were able to take out all of the board I was trying to build and then push at the right time to flood. And so, Stefan, you saw exactly what I'm playing, but I'm using my other Forge board now, so we should get a different experience, but I don't know if it's going to be. I mean, like, I still know how to play the cards of the deck, but the other Forgeborn is going to give it a different feel, and I'm excited to see what that's going to look like. And then I get to go eat and do some other work stuff, and then be on the other side of the stream tonight, I believe. But let me just check to see if I got a. Something from Lucas. Let's see. SCQs. Attempting to cancel match. Okay, we'll figure this out. There will be no stream at the normal time this evening. However, check out Jurch, who's streaming all week. Okay, so then it looks like there will not be a stream from 6 till 7 tonight. And I won't be able to do it because I'm doing an actual in-person event at my friendly local game store. Attempting to cancel. Yeah, what is going on? Something weird happened that you were trying to cancel. I don't know when the screen is stuck like this. Are you still trying to do something, Stefan, or what's up? Yeah, let me know. No, cancel from me. No cancel from me. Okay. Um, well, instead of trying to wait here like this, I don't know how long that this is gonna queue like that for. So I'm just going to cancel out of the program and then jump right back in. So you'll get a black screen for a second or two, and then I'll have to resize it. I'll likely have to resize it. There we go. All right, let's get this loaded back up. All right. And play, but I want to change my deck to the XP Grind 3. Good luck. And then challenge a friend. And let's see what we're working with here. Found the match. Gotta get my butter. Okay. Let's get a nice big demon to start out in play. And we'll see what's coming from the other side here. Oh, here we go. Arrogant Shardback. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Well, do Flame Break Invoker over there and see if we can develop that part of our mid and late game a little bit. Taliesin, I get to play for free, and they get to play for free. Well, I've got a couple of beasties. So let's go there, and Soul Reap. So I get some value out of that, and then we're going to see what fun stuff they're doing with Taliesin. Nap time? Okay, fair enough. Oh, I got to get rid of that Taliesin as soon as possible. I would rather Taliesin stick around. Taliesin is fun. Ooh. Hmm. Let's see. I'm not going to destroy one of my creatures. I'm going to go like that. Going to lose all printed abilities and then have a battle like that anyways. Okay, I see what's going on here. So but I know I need to develop the commanding Geist. I know that. I also need to kill a few birds with a stone here. Pun intended. Huh? Huh? Killing some dinosaurs? Few birds, one stone? Yeah. That one's for you, Newt. And let's see. Let's bring out my own dinosaurs and see what that's gonna look like. Having a battle? I don't know if you want to. Okay. Probably need to, but I really like what that one brings to the table with the Venerable Creeper. I know that Dreadbolt, you got to get that leveled up for hard removal, but let's go like this and see if my opponent wants to take 5 more damage, which they do. I think that's probably the right play, especially if you've got other dinosaurs going on. Because that Tortoise Colossus is pretty cool. I like the art on that too. And then, oh, there's Stompede. Okay. 2, 4, 6. Yep. Just finish it off. And then you might as well bring the Tortoise Colossus up to play. This has got a lot of good dinosaur synergy. You picked one out, Stefan. Oh, you're gonna move it over. Okay. Absorb that damage. Okay, and your Forgeborn ability here. Give your creatures +3 health. You gain 3 health. Oh, dinosaur on dinosaur. Oh, crap. Hmm. Not a fan. And I get to give you and one of your creatures get 5 armor this turn. So let's go like this. And I'm going to use it right now. Just in case you have a large dinosaur that's going to run into me there. Or just Stompede to wipe my board because it ignores armor. Oh, no. Gross. Gross, that Stompede. Ugh. I was getting too cute. Well, don't get too cute now. Just take care of the problem. That one, Warbringer Ritual, very good, especially very good to get that level 1 version out. Because level 2, after you play it, you get to play a spell for free. Which is extra card play. Is not only more fun, but it's also really helpful. Taliesin again, you say? Ossuary Mech, I say. But then you get that advantage of being able to play more cards. Oh, yep, that one's going to work. Is that Rooted? Yep, Rooted War Tusk. So it's got Defender. It's sticking around. Takes out my big glass cannon there. And it's going to live even extra more. Yeah. Okay. Oof. So even though I've got a large health advantage, that does not mean I'm totally comfortable with how this match is looking right now. I think because that's going to take 3 damage then. Yeah, let's go like this. There. Damage there. I get to upgrade a level 1. Ooh. Let's. Nah, I think Infernal Ritual is going to work out better for me. Firestorm would work out to really hurt my opponent, but I like one that's going to work out for me too, or instead. Very benevolent with the Taliesin there. So we're going to put this friend right here. It goes in the stack after my opponent plays their card. And they get to just turn off my Shambler, which they should. Yes, very annoying indeed. Very annoying indeed. And then get to deal damage to mine. Oh, so mean. And I'm taking 16, 19 damage. I mean, blocking 8, I'm okay with this. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, because I'm looking to build a board that then I can destroy. Mm-hmm. Forgeborn ability here, Gathering Storm. And the opponent's is Dark Forge Drain. Oof. Well, let's put the big body there and see what's going to happen. Oh, boo. That batter hide is really good, and you've been using it really well to definitely frustrate your opponent in this match. To great profit of your own. They'd only use it if it was going to be 5 is not going to be enough to do anything. So I just going to Dreadbolt everybody's good friend Taliesin. Actually, no. Going to Dreadbolt there on the chance that I get to keep a creature alive. That's what I'm going to do. But then it makes it very clear where you want to put your last creature. Letting me play for free. And then them play for free. That one's not going to work out so well. I'll go Fit of Rage to give a couple of creatures extra attack and breakthrough. That'll work. Filling up that lane makes sense. Oh, devastating. Yeah, youch, youch, youch. So I take 15. Yeah, down to 25. And not being able to get any benefit of that from the Shambler. That one hurts. Very well played. Very well played. Good use of Taliesin. Good use of the Batter Hide. And now we've got an Angry Rex coming in. And something's going to get real big with Dark Forge Drain. Probably the Rex? Or saving it. Let's go like this. Then see what they're going to do coming back. Very interesting. I like the dinosaur synergy. I like the the Batter Hide has been able to turn off all of the things I've wanted to do. Stompede is going to deal, what is that? Enough. Yep, because that's 3 rounds. A spell sprite. And then, oh, whoop-de-dee. I do a little bit of damage there, but If you dark forge during, oh, well, let's see, 8, 20, 30. So if I do this, then I at least stay alive. And then I'm going to need 2 spells, which are generating creatures. And I got not that. So let's see. I think I'm done for. Because if we go like this, 12 damage, 12 damage. And then I'll use my Forgeborn now just so I don't get the announcement, the notification that I haven't used it. But I don't have a way to cover up those 2 lanes. I do now have a way to cover up those 2 lanes. But if they have an aggressive creature or they gain health, gain 4 health. What? Did you not play a card? You should have been able to. You should have played a card. Or is that it? Okay. Well, either way, that's accomplishing the same goal. And go that there. And let you do whatever you would like in order to finish off this match. Taliesin was interesting. I'm glad you didn't get the level 3, but it didn't matter because you had a lot of value you were doing. A lot of value. And now you're going to have that tortoise just shuffle its way on up to the front of the line. I got confused by the double nose appearing on the screen. Oh, yep, that makes sense. But good thing this one didn't cost you. Yeah. Whew. And that is the way that we are going to end this. That was a really fun. Like so, if you're activating it, your opponent gets to play a card, so they're getting extra value. But one of the things that you did, whether intentionally or not, is a lot of times what you were playing, first of all, was getting more value than what I was getting. But with the batter hide, is you were able to turn off the things that I wanted to do. So even though I was getting another card, I still wasn't getting as much value as you because you were turning off my card's abilities and then giving them defender. Yeah, thank you so much for that, Stefan. It's a fun fuse, and it was fun to go against, even though I lost. It was still fun to see, fun to go against. Uh, Denial is really important with Taliesin. Yes, I think that is a very important key. Is what you're doing with in conjunction with Taliesin for that. So then having the dinosaurs, which is soft removal that Green Rex, because then whenever you bring another dinosaur into play, it can fight something, and then that might remove it. So I like that one too. And I think, because we are getting close to the top of the hour, which is the end of this run of streaming, I want to thank everybody for showing up. I'll be excited to be playing tomorrow evening from 7 to 9 p.m. So it's a day and a half away. Yeah, 28 hours from now. And looking forward to playing with more people, playing in the just the I'm losing track of it. Just the online battle. And lastly, I did have to have an adjustment to my schedule, so I will not be streaming on Friday morning from 11 till 3. Is we've got longer meetings that are going on that I just completely forgot about. So I will be streaming tomorrow night and Friday night. And then Saturday is the big sealed event. So if you've any questions on that, please ask me. Either reach out to me on Discord, where I'm Jurch, or still Jurch, I think. And you can email me at OP, the letters, at stoneblade.com. It stands for Organized Play. I'd love to be chatting with people, helping them get connected to their local scene, to be able to really enjoy this game as much as I do. So I think I'm going to cut it there so that I can go eat lunch. Thank everybody for participating, for leaving notes in the comments so we can engage a little bit, and for all the people who played me, win, lose, or draw in these matches. It's always fun. It's always fun to be playing this game, to be connecting with people, to be trying out new strategies. And I'm just really excited for what's been happening this week and what continues to happen. So with that, I'm going to sign off for today, and I'll be back tomorrow. And take care, everybody, and hope to see you tomorrow evening.